Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Battling in front. Bulldogs taking a couple looks at it. Pass back, Ben. First shot finds its way through.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
The Spartans come in looking to get that all-important first win of the year, while the Bulldogs continue to roll and secure their fourth win in a row. It's Adrian versus Aurora, Part 2 on ACTV. Hello and welcome to Arrington Ice Arena, where my partner Michael Schubeck and myself, Jack Whitehead, are stationed to call this NCAA conference game. Adrian got the better of Aurora last night by a score of 4-0 as Elizabeth Sturgeon got her first career goal from the back end, which held up as the game winner. Kiara Stack in net for the Bulldogs was once again a brick wall. She is now coming off 3 consecutive shutouts. Adrian has been accustomed to slower starts at the start of this year as they look to get a quicker start going in this one.
Yeah, Jack, they've been great in second periods. The issue is they haven't really had much offense in the first period. They have 10 second period goals out of 15 total on the year. That's, starting, they put pressure on teams. They kind of wear them down, but being able to pop out to an early goal gives teams confidence as they keep to hang around as the game goes on. Luckily for them, I don't know what Coach Davis tells them in the locker room after the first period, but they're able to come out flying in that second period with 10 of their 15 being scored in the second this year.
Yeah, hockey's a game of adjustments, and clearly Coach Chad Davis has really been phenomenal in adjustment making throughout his career here. As we flip over to Aurora for a second, they come in looking to capture their first win of the season. The schedule really has not been kind to them as they've played really tough opponents, but they've only scored 1 goal in 5 games of the year. That obviously will not cut it. They're turning to sophomore Zoe Campbell for her first start of the year after Macy Blooming went the first 5 starts. Campbell, a sophomore from Anchorage, Alaska, had a 4-11-2 record as a freshman with a 2.69 goals against average and a .930 save percentage a year ago. Head coach Mandy Montgomery may just be turning to her to kind of look for a spark for this team.
Yeah, and Mandy Montgomery has a lot of experience as a goalie. She was a Division I goaltender at Sacred Heart. She worked at Colgate under their goaltenders. So she knows how to play defense. She knows how to get her goalies going. Zoe Campbell's a great example of that, having a .930 save percentage. Even going 4-11, but that speaks to kind of other parts of your team that you need to work on. You need to get the offense going. If you're going 4-11 with a 2.69 goals against average and a .930 save percentage, there's a lot of other issues on that team other than your goalie.
Yeah, this Aurora team, they were all right last year, 10-14 and 3 overall. Against the Bulldogs, it was 4-1 and 2-1 in 2 games played against a really good, at the time, nationally ranked number 4 Adrian College team. And we've said, or I mentioned it earlier, but they've started this year against number 12 Hamline, Lake Forest, who's 5-0 now, and now number 10 Adrian College. And then next week does not get easier. They have number 6 St. Norbert, where they will travel and play both on the road. But it really just comes down to Aurora needing to score first and play with the lead. They have not at all this year. They haven't really done anything. The only goal they scored was to make it 2-1 against that Lake Forest team, ultimately losing that game 3-1. But next weekend, like I just mentioned, they'll play St. Norbert. What are some players that need to get going for this offense?
Their entire offense needs to get going. Only having 1 goal and 69 shots in 5 games is not going to cut it, and it's not going to be easy for them tonight or today, especially going up against Kiera Stack, who hasn't allowed a goal in 190 minutes of hockey. Since that second game when they went and played Augsburg, she has 3 shutouts in a row. She's up to a 95% save percentage almost. She's only got 7 goals allowed on the year and 131 shots. This Aurora team has a tall ask if they're going to go and try to pop 1 or 2 past Kiera Stack with the way she's been playing recently.
Yeah, Kiera Stack's been phenomenal. We'll see her again this afternoon. Going back a year ago, Adrian finished second in the NCAA, of course, losing that heartbreaker in overtime to St. Norbert in the championship game. But Aurora's right there at number 5. They did lose in the first round to number 4 Lake Forest, who got the better of them earlier this year once again. Now we kind of flip over to some special teams play where the Bulldogs have really been phenomenal. Power play is sitting just over 38%. They were 1 for 1 last night. The PK just above 94%. They were 4 for 4 last night. But the Bulldogs, they do need at times to stay out of the penalty box. They've taken 20 minor penalties, and this is now their 6th game, which isn't awful, but I'm sure head coach Chad Davis will want that team to stay a little bit more disciplined.
Yeah, you always want to stay out of the penalty box. You don't want to give opportunities to teams that might be a little bit lower in your skill caliber to hang around, especially those power plays, give them more opportunities to score. But this Adrian power play is amazing. We saw them play together against
Marion,
it was, sorry. And, they had a shorthanded goal, killed off all of the penalties that they took. So this penalty kill is very aggressive. They take advantage of teams. They don't give them much time to think. So even if they do end up in the box, I'm fairly confident that Chad Davis's team is going to have a great penalty kill to go along with the rest of their team.
And talking about the power play for the Bulldogs, Courtney Ben got her first of the year on the power play last night. She was top 2 in goal scoring last year for the Bulldogs. Another Bulldog that needs to get going, I know you wanted to talk about it, is Riley Johnson.
Yeah, Riley Johnson needs to get going. A year ago, she had 21 goals in 29 games and then 26 assists to tack onto that. She's only got 2 assists this year in 3 games played. She's a great player. I mean, she's been dominant in the faceoff circle. She's 44 and 58 on the year just off of faceoffs, just under 76%. So she's a great player. Obviously didn't play those first 2 games in Augsburg. Looking for her to get going as the season progresses, and especially tonight.
Yeah, we know she will. We know she has the talent. We know she affects the game in more than just scoring. Like you said, with that faceoff percentage, plays a really mean defense. She's a really 200-foot player. So we get set to go over some starting lineups. Just a few more statistics on Aurora. They're getting outshot on average 46-13. Now that is a little bit skewed, as their first game they got outshot 72-7 against Hamline. But their goal scorer, it is, I believe, Emiliano Casillo, the junior 4'11 forward from Kenmore, New York. See if she can get something going for this team. So we are going to go through starting lineups.
Yeah, this offense really needs to get going. And if we look at the starting lineups for both teams, especially on Aurora, Ellie Kruger, Samurai Schmidt, and Kara Cook look to kind of get off to a hot start here against Adrian. Maybe pop one in the first shift, get some confidence. this team has not had much confidence when it comes to scoring on the year. Again, like you said, only 1 goal. That's going to be troubling as a team. And for the Bulldogs, you have Courtney Benn, Maddie Lowe, and Hunter Reardon starting. Kind of not that Emma Simon, Johnson, Pomerleau line that we see that gets a lot of playing time. We'll see how that kind of affects the start of this hockey game.
As we're going through this starting lineup, we talked about Bulldogs hitting slow starts, so this could be the one period they have a chance to kind of get that lead. Bulldogs, again, yesterday going scoreless in the opening period before potting 3 goals in about a 4-minute and 15-second span to really take control of that game. Go over to the Bulldogs starting lineup. It's that Courtney Benn, Maddie Lowe, Hunter Reardon, and then the top Bulldog defensive pair, Sophia Lacola, Liz Sturgeon coming off her first career goal, and then, of course, the backbone of this team, as you hear right now, Kiera Stack.
Yeah, Kiera Stack just been phenomenal all year. We touched on it earlier. She's had 3 shutouts in a row. Just looking for her to kind of keep this momentum rolling and just keep riding her until a goal happens. Like we said, it's been 190 minutes, 3 games since she's allowed a goal.
Yeah, a lot of credit has to go to this young Bulldog defense. A lot of sophomores and freshmen. There's 1 junior transfer, Annalise Klein, but a lot of credit has to go to them, limiting some high-danger opportunities and making it an easy life for Kiera Stack, because we know if she sees the puck, she's going to stop it. She's going to stop some high-danger chances as well. It's just the Bulldogs' job to limit those. Yeah,
this Bulldog defense is great. They condense really nicely into that slot house area, make sure that, if that puck does make it to the middle, it's going to be cleared right away. Rebound, there's almost no second chance opportunities. If that puck comes off of Kiera Stack with any sort of speed, that's cleared right to the corner. They do a great job at eliminating really any offensive pressure that's allowed on them.
Yeah, it's a really impressive defense and offense, really. It's a really new team from last year. As we are going to take a short break for the national anthem, but do not go anywhere. We will have NCAA women's hockey next here on ACTV.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back to Arlington Ice Arena. Bulldogs and Spartans getting ready to battle it out in Game 2 of this 2-game series before the Bulldogs go on a long road trip. They will not be back here until New Year's Eve. They'll play Trine University at 1 p.m. And then again, they aren't back to Arlington Ice Arena until January 23rd or 24th. Any final thoughts before we get going here?
No, really just for Aurora, try to get this offense going, get something towards the net early, maybe disrupt Kiera Stack a little bit, and then Adrian just keep doing what they do the last 3 games, keep the pressure on, keep this a 0-0, 1-goal game out of the first period, and then dominate in the second.
Yes, Samira Schmidt will take the draw for Aurora. Lining up for the Bulldogs is Maddie Lowe. Officials are set. We will have puck drop. Faceoff is one back. Reardon plays it back to Elizabeth Sturgeon. Deflected at the line, dumped in, misses Kruger. Kruger chips it down deep. Sophia Lacola plays it to the point. Puck is deflected away, has it Reardon in the middle. Plays it off the boards to Courtney Benn. Makes one miss. Courtney Benn up the left side, backhands one, and a nice quick early save from Zoe Campbell. That's really what you want for a goal or for a goalie starting her first game of the year.
He has not seen many competitive shots this year, if any at all. So you're just trying to get her comfortable in the first, 5-10 minutes, ease her back in before you're really kind of 100% confident she's back.
Klein with it now behind Stack. No real pressure from Aurora. She goes cross ice. It's off the stick of Bennett. She heads off for a change. Back on it is Tegan Moffitt. Lays it across to Dykstra. Dykstra off the boards and in behind Stack. Hops over the stick of Stack. After it in the far corner is Hassel. Laid up the boards to the line, not out. Kept in there by Schmidt. Both teams trying to get possession. Does come to Riley Johnson. Here goes that top line for the Bulldogs. Pomerleau has it. Gets it knocked off her stick by Dykstra. Still has it in behind the net. Johnson tried to play it back to Klein. That's intercepted by Aurora Williams. Richardson cuts her off and takes her into the boards violently. It looked like really just more of a collision, just the stronger player. But she will sit as the Bulldogs will head to the early penalty kill.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for the Bulldogs. Richardson taking that penalty. But this is exactly what you want if you are Aurora. The Spartans just going to try to bounce on this early power play opportunity. They've only had one goal all year. So just trying to gain some early momentum and maybe keep it throughout the game as try to break open this offense.
Puck is won back to Sturgeon. Now Aurora with possession. Tassel lays it across to Hillsborough. She shoots. Puck is just wide. Sturgeon takes Hassel to the boards. Puck is played back to the blue line. Kept in here by Moffitt. Played across, shot through. I don't think it got there. Stack deflects that one away to the corner. It's played around off the glass by Allie Hubenschmidt. Will go out of play. 29 seconds gone in the power play.
Yeah, again, this Adrian power play doing a great job at taking away anything in the middle of the ice that Aurora has. Everything's going to have to come from the point, but even if it does, this team does a great job of blocking shots and just not giving Aurora any opportunities.
O'Brien loses that to Emma Simon. Emma Simon shoots it the length of the ice, taken there behind the net by Schmidt. They look to get something going. Flat-footed is Kruger. Now she gets going. This is taken by O'Brien. Chips it down deep. Bayer is there. Lays it off the boards. Taken by Schmidt. Puck is loose for the taking, and Kruger comes up with it. Circles the net. Trying to play back to the point. Does. Puck is deflected just out of the reach of Kaylee Simon as that puck just bouncing its way. Just goes wide of Stack. Puck is played back to O'Brien. Schmidt walks the line. She shoots in the middle. Don't think that ever got home. I believe Bayer blocked that one as that puck is cleared to the blue line and out.
That was a great block by Bayer. Just again, this Adrian team takes away the middle of the ice so well on their penalty kills, and Aurora has nowhere to go that's near the middle of the ice.
And there's Riley Johnson right on cue. Makes a nice defensive play. Her and Lowe collide. Does not matter as Johnson chips it the length of the ice. Going back on it is Kilana Schmidt. Played in the middle, taken away by Maddie Lowe. She shoots at the length of the ice. Back on it is Alex Johnson. Riley Johnson there, gets there for the Bulldogs first. Plays it to Sturgeon at the line. She plays it down in behind Campbell.
Such a strong penalty killing show here early in the first period. Taking one really not when you want to start off the game to give Aurora a chance on 5-on-4, but an amazing job killing it off from the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs 1 for 1 on the penalty kill, now up to 19 for 20 on the year. Markovich plays that back to the blue line. Lacola pinches down, throws it towards the net. Little bit of trouble there. Don't think Campbell got a good glove on that one. It hit her defenseman. Puck is played to the corner. Now they will alleviate the pressure, but the Bulldogs go right back in It's low, chips it in. Carpenter goes after it.
Yeah, that puck bounced off of Callie Lane's skate and almost went right back into the net to sneak past Zoe.
But here goes Callie Lane as you speak, as she gets all the way. A little bit of interference there on Carpenter in the neutral zone, uncalled as Kiera Stack covers up.
Yeah, Callie Lane flying. She's the extra skater for the Spartans. Just interested to see why she's out there so early, but almost makes a fatal mistake by their goalie and then rips down for a chance on Kiera Stack.
Yeah, you don't really see the extra forward play a lot here, especially in the first 4 minutes of the game. This is played back to Kennedy Lewis. Walks the line, Pomerleau pressuring her. Is chipped down into the corner. Castle back on it. Lays it to Klein. Now to Simon. Lays it in the middle. Johnson chips it down deep. She will get there first. Johnson spinning away from Rook. Lays it to Pomerleau. Lays it back to Klein. Did not get a good handle on it. Just dumps it down behind Campbell. Simon and Lewis collide. Puck is played to the blue line and then cross-iced nicely. Kara Cook with it. Going to the net is Kruger. Nice defensive play there from Klein. Now the Bulldogs top line. Johnson. She elects to shoot. That puck is blocked away by Peyton Dykstra. Johnson has it again behind the Aurora net. Battling with Mazzella. Mazzella hits it to the line and Kruger. Kruger skates it out. Dumps it back in. Mazzella. A nice play there by Lacola to leave it for Sturgeon. Puck is played to the line. Can't get out. Is right back behind Kiera Stack.
Aurora's had a lot of offensive zone time here early in this first period, but really nothing that surmounts to anything. Just a lot of misused passes, shots that really don't get to the net, and Adrian just gets easy breakouts off of them.
Here is Callie Lane once again. She still has the puck. Deflected away at the last second by Sturgeon. Callie Lane, 6-foot freshman. See her size becoming a factor early in this one. This is played back by Moffett. She has some room to run. Reardon bearing down on her. Klein there as well. They angle her off. Puck is played out in front. Chance, big save, Stack, and another big save. Two big saves from Kiera Stack on Alex Johnson. Right in front, that was Jenna Hassel right in front of the Bulldog net.
A great job there by Kiera Stack. Just sizes up. Kind of a miscommunication there on defense from the Bulldogs. And two fantastic saves by Kiera Stack. Just gets right out, shuts down any offensive opportunity that they had.
And I don't think Chad Davis is very happy as he calls timeout early in the first period. Bulldogs getting outshot 3-0 early, and he is laying in to the Lady Dogs. Take a short 30-second break with them. Do not go anywhere. Bulldogs in Aurora next on ACTV.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
And we are back on ACTV. 13:40 to go in this opening period. Bulldogs getting outshot 3-0. Right off the draw. Puck is played to Hubenschmidt. He tries to get it out. Deflected away by Williams. Plays it back into Kaylee Simon. Plays it up the boards. Abby Mazzella trying to kick it. Back to Kaylee Simon. Plays it off the boards. Hops over the stick of Bayer. It's the second time we've seen that. That puck is played out and Carpenter's after it. Back is Rook. Has Mataliano with her. Tries to get it to her. Rook with a really nice defensive play. Bulldogs still with it. Plays it to Parker Bayer. She shoots. Pad saved by Campbell. Puck is still loose and now taken by Aurora Williams, and she will leave the zone and dump it back in.
Yeah, this Aurora team just putting on a lot of pressure. I don't think the Bulldogs were expecting, for a team that hasn't scored, they love living in the offensive zone in this first period. Just, Chad Davis had to call that timeout, maybe settle them down and fix some things up here early.
He's played back to Aurora's end, Kara Cook. This is intercepted at the blue line. Taken in, thrown across the ice. Pomerleau from a sharp angle, did not get a good shot off. Johnson with it. Sturgeon plays it just wide of the net. Comes all the way back around to Simon. Simon plays it down to Pomerleau. They play catch. Simon spins away, passes it to Lacola. She shoots one through. Puck is deflected by Pomerleau and into the back of the net.
Paige Pomerleau on a nice tip there in front of the net. Puck moves over nicely. Great tip. Kind of caught Zoe Campbell off guard there. Shot from Lacola on the point. Just kind of offensive pressure in front of the nets. What you need to disrupt someone like Zoe Campbell, who played so well last year. Kind of still getting comfortable this season, but great pressure in front of the net there from the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs trying to go right back in. Taken away by Kruger. It's a top line for the Bulldogs once again. Puck is played to the red line. Lacola chips it right back in. Taken by Johnson. Johnson takes it away from Johnson. Now to Sturgeon. Sturgeon backhands this one in. Bulldogs go off for a change. Ellie Johnson, the only one to stay on. Forces Moffitt to reverse, and she will go off for a change.
You might have thought at the time that Chad Davis timeout would have been a little interesting this early, but clearly it woke something up in this Bulldog team.
It looks like a genius now. Bulldogs scoring really right out of that timeout. Under 2 minutes as here they go again. Reardon crashing the net. Ben toe drags around Lewis. Throws it towards the net. Puck is sitting there. Taken by Moffitt and plays it high off the glass. I believe that went out of play. Referee says no. We play on. Shot taken. Nice defensive play by Zoe Campbell.
Yeah, to go back to that Chad Davis and his timeouts, when they played Marion University, we saw him pull off that wholesale line change off of a timeout where, not allowed because of the icing. Calls a timeout, gets a wholesale line change. Great play on his timeout so far.
Yeah, a minute and 25 seconds after the timeout. Pomerleau does get credited with that goal. Bayer plays it to the line. Taken by Reardon. Referee has his hand up for icing. Courtney Ben and Hunter Reardon were there first. Negates that. Bayer pinches in. Puck is played back behind Campbell after it is Ben. Rook spins around. Flips sides. Taken by Casillo. Courtney Ben toe drags around another. Throws it out front. Big shot. Reardon, that one gets turned aside. Not sure if that ever got through. Regardless, Zoe Campbell had to be on her toes there as Carpenter comes back with it.
I think that puck might have deflected off of Carly Carpenter instead of getting towards the net.
Bayer plays it over to Kaylee Simon. She shoots and they score again. Not sure if that one was deflected by Carly Carpenter. That just squawked through the 5-hole.
Getting great shot there. Getting bodies in front of the net is so important, especially in front of Zoe Campbell. Everybody condenses so nicely in front of that net, able to put, really, Zoe Campbell can't see it. I believe there was a stick put on that by Carly Carpenter that allowed it to sneak past Zoe Campbell, but great job here from Adrian, again, right out of that timeout.
Yeah, I think Carly Carpenter did get her stick on that one. Regardless, Bulldogs, a quick and early fast start like you were alluding to in the opener. 2 goals in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, and they're both off of the same style of play.
Carpenter with it again. Plays it back to Lacola. She shoots. That one's high. Gloved around. Poke check by Campbell. I'm not sure she knew where that puck was. She fell. Passes across to Sturgeon. Goes around, spinning away is Markovich. Reverses to Metaliano.
Almost controlling it like a power play right now.
Lacola shoots again, and another deflection, and another goal for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Sophia Lacola now going first. Might have got credit, but Hannah Markovich might have got a stick on that one. All 3 goals coming off of tips in front of the net.
We'll take another look. If it is Lacola, it is her first career goal. Not quite sure, because it definitely changed directions. Just not sure if it was straight in from Nicola. Take a look at that one later down the road. We'll see who they credit it to. Regardless, the Bulldogs 3 deflection shots. They're celebrating on the bench like it is Sophie Nicola. Bulldogs are right back in. Johnson plays it back to Sturgeon. Deflects it to Simon. She plays it in deep to Campbell. Back on it is Moffitt. Johnson pressuring her. Taken away by Schmidt. Made it up the boards. Emma Simon chips it back down. Simon getting held. Her stick is being held. I believe that's Alex Johnson. And the Bulldogs will now, they've really taken control and they'll head to their first power play of the afternoon.
Yeah, this is huge for the Bulldogs. Already up 3-0. Now you go on your first power play. You've controlled after the timeout like it's a power play. Let's see what you capitalize on here.
Stay connected with all the action by following @AdrianCollegeTV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow @AdrianCollegeTV today. Bulldogs lose the draw, but do come up with it. Bayer lays it back down. A shot the length of the ice by Courtney Rook. Bulldogs, 6 shots, 3 goals. And I mean, really, you can't really fault Zoe Campbell as they've all been high deflected tips. Really no chance for her as Lowe turns with it. Plays it back to the line and Courtney Ben. Slips and falls. Can't get a good shot off, and that is shot the length of the ice by Rook again.
Yeah, you can't fault Zoe Campbell for those 3 goals, but you can just give so much credit to this Adrian offense, just piling bodies in front of the net, able to get 2, maybe 3 tips on those pucks and just sneak a couple by her.
Maddie Lowe comes in again. Lays it back to Courtney Bennett in the slot. She shoots. A big save there from Zoe Campbell.
Yeah, unfortunately, no one was really able to get a tip on that one. And Zoe Campbell did a nice job of coming out, taking away really any space the puck had to go after if it did tip off of a stick.
Did credit that goal to Carly Carpenter, which is her second of the afternoon. Nicola picking up that assist. Sturgeon tried to hit Riley Johnson. That was taken away by Cook played the length of the ice. Smira Schmidt pressuring Bulldog defenders. Cook and Schmidt. Schmidt goes off. Pomerleau lays it to Johnson. Makes Aurora Williams miss. Johnson still with it. Spins, plays it back to Pomerleau. She takes a shot. That goes high and wide. Reflects all the way around to Sturgeon. Pressured in the corner is Emma Simon. Played across to Pomerleau, down to Johnson. Johnson kind of handcuffed Simon there. Johnson still with it.
Yeah, weirdly enough, Aurora's played.
Johnson walks out behind the net, not sure where it is, and it's in as Johnson gets her first of the season.
No, we talked about in the pregame show, Jack. Riley Johnson needs to get going. She had 21 goals last year. They're just an unrelentless effort in front of the net. Believe the rebound snuck out. She tapped it in on a second chance effort. Just really looking for her to get going, and that might be the spark that she needed.
Yeah, we look like geniuses up here. Really, everything we said in the open has come to fruition. Bulldogs, quick start, getting shots through. Now Riley Johnson gets her first of the year. Bulldogs open up a 4-goal lead early in this first period. Puck is battled for right in front of us. Puck comes loose to Castle.
Castle almost got away with a little elbow to the back.
Puck is played to the line by Moffitt. She walks the line, throws one towards the net. Goes wide. Back on it is Casillo. Puck is played off the stick of Reardon. She really can't get a good handle on it. Played out to Lowe. Taken away by Lane. Plays it in. Castle dumps. I believe that was Casillo. Tried to play it cross ice to Reardon. Now taken away by Schmidt.
That's 2 times Castle now had an opportunity to lay the body, and she took it.
Beal plays it back to Castle. That was taken away. Her shot never got through. Schmidt with it. Drops it back to Cook. Nice back check by Reardon. Doesn't allow Cook to get a good shot off. Just played to the line. Puck does get out. It's Maddie Lowe moves off for a change. 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go in this opening period. Bulldogs unofficially with 4 goals on 7 shots. As that puck is played just out of the reach of D. Dobler. Her and Hubenschmidt race down the ice, but Dykstra does get there first. Bulldogs will be charged for an icing.
Yeah, this Aurora team really, after a strong start, had some offensive pressure and zone time. Ever since Chad Davis called that timeout, it's not been the case. Adrian's piled on goal after goal and a lot of pressure here in the second half of this first period.
Carpenter gets kicked out. As she comes back in, I believe it was just a warning. A little miscommunication. Puck is played back. Nice move there by Dykstra. She shoots from a sharp angle. Does not ever get to Stack. Hubenschmidt makes a nice move. Puck is chipped in front. Carpenter tried to spring there. Her. Played back into the Aurora zone. Dykstra. Nice stretch pass to Hassel. Hassel and Kafta playing around. Hubenschmidt comes away with it. Hubenschmidt plays it across off the skates of Carpenter, who plays it back. Miscommunication there. Kafta's on it, centers one. Nice play by Richardson, centered again. Puck is loose in the blue paint. Not sure where it is. Referee apparently sees it because he's not blowing it. And finally does blow the whistle. Bulldogs, a little miscommunication once again there behind their own net.
That's the second time today we've really seen not really a mistake. Makes a great block there, but unfortunately no one recovers and covers that front of the net and allows 2 Spartans to just sit there and get an opportunity on Kiera Stack.
One back by Johnson. Simon across to Pomerleau. Pomerleau tries to spring Emma Simon. Johnson going to the net. Emma Simon still with it. Plays it back to the point to her sister. Over to Parker Bayer. She shoots. Deflected to the corner. Pomerleau gets taken down. Johnson with it. Plays it back to the line again. Bayer shoots. That puck is blocked. Andre Williams with a nice block there. Aurora Williams. She falls down, gets back up.
Yeah, Bayer there had a good shot. Just almost like to see her take an extra second. Had some space in between her and that Aurora
defender. Here goes
defender.
Johnson with Pomerleau. She shoots high, glove save. Puck is loose in behind Campbell. She does cover up. Feels like every Bulldog shot is a dangerous opportunity, as Johnson was bidding for her second.
Yeah, they only have 9 shots on goal unofficial, but 4 goals on 9 shots, really just not making Zoe Campbell comfortable at all back there in her first start of the year.
Scramble draw. Aurora comes up with it. Cook with it. Cook with a brilliant move around Lacola. She shoots in the slot. Deflected away by Sturgeon. Sturgeon trying to get it past Cook. Does, and now she springs Reardon. One-on-one with Lewis. Chips it around Lewis. Lewis, nice defensive play. Bat that one down. She then throws it the length of the ice back on it to Sturgeon, who wins the race on a bearing. Ellie Kruger will be an Aurora icing.
Yeah, this Aurora team really needs to find some way to get their offense going. Still only have 1 goal on the season, which makes it really, down 4. Only scored 1 on the year. Just not good odds on coming back in this one over the next 2.
One back to the line to Castle. Scramble in the near boards, won by the Bulldogs, and Reardon takes a shot. Puck goes over the net. Klein with it now at the blue line. She shoots, blocked again. Kara Cook. The puck is played down low. Klein somehow gets it back at the blue line. Takes a shot, easy save there from Zoe Campbell.
Yeah, if you're the Bulldogs, here with Claire Castle taking that shot, we've seen a couple others from a few Bulldog defensemen. These pucks aren't getting through, but if they're hitting the shin pads of these Aurora forwards. You'd almost like them to be a little more patient and work their way down, make a toe drag shot instead of these consistent blocks that Aurora's having.
I believe we have a goalie change. For Aurora is number 20. Macy Blooming is now in the game. Did not get official word on that. Regardless, she is now in the game. Not sure if she just got in or if she's been in for a little bit. I believe she got in after the 4th goal for the Bulldogs. She will get her first action. Shot comes through, deflected again wide. It is played to Casillo. Played up to Kafka. She takes a shot. Stick save by Stack. Plays it to Parker Bayer. Plays it just out of the reach of Markovic. That puck will go all the way down. Not enough for icing as Moffitt is back on it. Tegan Moffitt going for a skate. Making a lot of Bulldogs miss. Shoots just wide. Tries to play it back out front to O'Brien. Angled off. Johnson battling with it. Comes loose to Pomerleau. Plays it off the skate of Hassel, and now here goes Kaylee Simon. She gets it knocked off her stick. Right off the bench is Emma Simon. Kaylee Simon and Sturgeon. Plays it up to her sister once again. Tried to get it to Johnson, who would have been home free on a 2-on-1 with Pomerleau. Taken now by Aurora. It's Cook. Nice move around Simon and a nice supporting play by the other defenseman, Sturgeon. Tried to play it to Pomerleau. Puck is kept in at the blue line. Schmidt and Sturgeon collide. No hand goes up. Now Johnson and Sturgeon battling down here.
Lucky for the Bulldogs, Aurora didn't have any possession of the puck there as they had their own. Ellie Kruger was sitting in front of the net with nobody around her. Fortunately, Aurora didn't have possession to throw into the middle.
Puck is played to the blue line, thrown back in. Kaylee Simon going for a skate. Plays it across to Johnson. Looked like she was going for a change. Dumps it the rest of the way. 40 seconds to go in this opening period. Dominated by the Bulldogs. Pomerleau and Simon stay out there. On comes the pinching Castle. Emma Simon goes for a change. Throws it out front. It was there, but Dykstra was the only one there. He's played, and on comes Courtney Ben. She takes a shot. Stick goes flying. Block it away to the corner. And Casillo lays it up the boards. Gets to Castle. Tried to hit. Believe that was low. And the puck is played back to Castle. 5 seconds to go in this opening period. Bulldogs try to get it out, and they will. Last second shot attempt by Mazzella goes for naught, and the Bulldogs take a 4-0 lead into the intermission on 4 very quick opening goals, which you wanted to allude to in the open. Bulldogs really known for second period scoring. Changed that this game.
Yeah, the Bulldogs just coming in on fire again after that Chad Davis timeout. Don't know what he said or what the message there was, but clearly they took it to heart. They came out flying with 4 goals in the last 15 minutes of the period, all of them coming from the same style other than Riley Johnson's extra effort goal in front of the net, but 3 off of tips and screens. Just really the way you want to play hockey and get these goals and throw off and allow a goalie change now with Macy Blooming coming in not a little bit cold. So now see if keep that same pressure going on in the second period. Maybe sneak a couple by her in the same way.
Yeah, Blooming comes in with an 0-5 record but has a .927 save percentage. You really don't hear those two things go hand in hand. Yeah, the Bulldogs 3 deflection goals from the point. I believe the second and third goal, it was Sophie Lacola getting it through to Carly Carpenter both times. Carpenter with 2. Obviously Johnson with the other. Bulldogs 4-0 lead. Not dominating really in the shot department. Our official stats say 9-4. So 4 goals on 9 shots. Pretty not great if you're a goaltender, but 3 deflection shots kind of evens that out. No real chance. For Aurora, it's been Tegan Moffitt has the most shot attempts, and Jenna Hassel has 2 shots on net. But other than that, it's been really all Bulldogs once again.
Yeah, the Bulldogs, credit to this Aurora defense and forwards when it gets into that defensive zone. They're doing a great job at blocking shots, allowing, not many pucks to get through. The issue is when the pucks do get through, they're being tipped and they're finding their way into the back of the net. So if you're Adrian, just maybe be a little more patient on that blue line and allow for maybe a little toe drag or some hesitation to make sure that puck gets through and isn't blocked by Aurora.
We're going to take a look at this fourth goal from the Bulldogs. And I believe Macy Blooming is in net for this one. I believe we're going to see number 20 here at the last second as we do. So I believe after the third goal, Zoe Campbell was pulled, really none of which her faults on high tip shot deflections on net. Of course, one by Pomerleau and then the other two by Carpenter. As we have a winner for the Bruiser shootout. You hear by that loud, obnoxious horn in the intermission. Lucky player will get one more shot attempt. Cannot convert that one regardless. I believe she's going to go home with some sort of prize pack. The Bulldogs, once again, it comes down to special teams. They're 1 for 1 on the power play and 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. That means they are 2 for 2 for the power play and 5 for 5 on the penalty kill, operating both at 100% in this series. If that keeps up, this Bulldog team will have a lot of success in the future.
Yeah, and then again, Riley Johnson on special teams with their faceoffs 1 at 5. She's only lost 1. Just keeping her statistics up in that faceoff department, so reliable. Great to have when you get down the stretch in these games that are 2-1 and you're in your defensive zone with a couple minutes left and you need a faceoff win. Having someone like Riley Johnson out there is huge for this Bulldog team.
Yeah, getting her going in some of these lower scale conference games, not, of course, the St. Norbert and the Concordias and the Lake Forest games, getting her going, especially in the faceoff dot. She's been brilliant all year, but now sort of getting those points. That's going to bode well for the Bulldogs in the future. We will take a break, head to intermission with the players. Do not go anywhere. We have second period action of NCAA women's hockey next on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Win. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News & World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
And welcome back here to Arrington Ice Arena. Bulldogs with a dominant first period. A welcoming sight to see. He's Michael Schubeck, Jack Whitehead here up in the booth. Kira Stack once again. Only 4 shots against, but stood tall in the Bulldog net, increasing her shutout streak to, I believe, 210 minutes, which is absolutely insane for the collegiate level. For Aurora, we saw Zoe Campbell kind of struggle early. A few sort of misplays in front of her own net. I don't think she really got comfortable, especially in her first start. Going against a nationally ranked team isn't easy. She did get the hook after the 3rd goal, and then we believe Macy Blooming did come on, the freshman, for that 4th Bulldog goal where Riley Johnson scored. She comes in, like we said, 0-5, but has a .927 save percentage. Do you kind of get the feeling now that it's 4-0, a team that's only scored 1 goal, kind of get the feeling they can sort of just play? They could just, all the pressure's off. This is kind of the time where you gotta get some offense going, even if you allow a few more. A 4-0 loss is the same thing as a 10-0.
Yeah, it's gonna go one of two ways here. If you're Aurora, it's either gonna be you're gonna pile on 1 or 2 goals, gain some momentum for the rest of the year, or you're just gonna let Adrian walk all over you, and this game's gonna end up 5-6-0 by the end of this game.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs, if you take a look at some of the stats, both teams 1 penalty apiece. Bulldogs capitalizing. Aurora actually, in the faceoff dot, is beating out the Bulldogs. Impressive stuff there. Riley Johnson still 5 for 6 in her own. But for Aurora, it's actually number 14, Abby Mazzella. She's 4-0 in the faceoff dot. Bulldogs probably look to clean that up. And then Aurora, obviously the more block shots as the Bulldogs have had, the more possession in the Aurora ends. They're obviously going to get some more block shots. Curious to see what head coach Mandy Montgomery has in store for the 2nd period.
Yeah, I mean, this is really her first recruiting class that she's had this year. So her first chance to develop the team that she wants in the future, being hired in June of last year. But, I mean, we saw this Adrian team dominate, and we only saw the 10 shots on goal. But with Aurora having 6 blocked shots, that's, 6 taken away from in front of the net. But if you're Aurora here, you have to play free, try to bury a couple goals if you can. It's almost an insurmountable lead at 4-0 with the way this Bulldog team is playing. But if you're the Spartans, just try to get a spark for the rest of the season. You're 0-5. Just play free, go all in, try to get bodies in front of Kira Stack, and maybe pop a couple goals in here.
Samara Schmidt digs in. Riley Johnson for the Bulldogs. Johnson wins it straight back to Sturgeon over to Lacola. Gets to the red line, dumps it in. Blooming comes out, plays that around to Pomerleau. Pomerleau a swing and a miss there. Pomerleau still with it, chips it in deep. Back on it is Moffitt. Moffitt plays it up the boards to Cook. Johnson takes that away, puts it in front. Pomerleau just out of her reach, or she would have been one-on-one with Blooming. Gets played to the line, kept in by Sturgeon.
This Bulldog team picking up right where they left off in the second period. Just
taken
dominating.
Away by Johnson, has Simon with her. Believes that puck just got poked off her stick the last second. Back to Sophia Lacola. That shot goes wide. Sturgeon one-times that. Puck is shot up in the air. Pomerleau dumps it right back in. She'll go off for a change. Puck is played to the blue line. Two defensemen coming on. Klein and Richardson. Bulldogs get a wholesale change in the offensive end. That puck is played high into, I believe, the neck area of Kruger. She's going to tough it out, plays it off the glass, and that will be an icing.
Yeah, a couple of these plays in front of the net. The ice looks a little wet, like it hasn't had enough time to dry and sit. So maybe a little bit of that mishandled by Johnson was because of that.
Yeah, Kruger is slouched over. Caught that puck up high off the clearing attempt by Moffitt. Looks like she's going to tough it out.
Yeah, it hurts a little more when it's from your own teammate as well.
Puck is one back. Klein plays it down to Ben. Ben lets it go for Lowe. To the line in Richardson. She shoots. Going wide, but Blooming gloves that one. Aurora will get their first change of the second period.
Yeah, a lot more pucks getting through to Macy Blooming than we saw that we're getting through to Zoe Campbell. And difference is Adrian's not having enough bodies in front of the net right now to take advantage of possible second chance opportunities and screening Blooming.
Lowe wins this one back. Sort of a scramble draw, actually taken by Dykstra. Plays it around, pinching down. The Bulldogs is, I believe that was number 16, Claire Castle. Hunter Reardon now plays it in front off the shin pads of Ben. In dangerously, and Blooming covers up.
Yeah, it's a great second chance effort there from Courtney Ben off of her own shins, then gets a tap on it, trying to sneak it by Macy Blooming. Unfortunately, she was right there, sized up nicely, able to cover it.
This line stays on. Maddie Lowe does win it back to Castle. Taken away from her, and then she bats that one down at center ice and chucks it back in. Referee yelling offside. Hunter Reardon does not hear her. Bulldogs are still offside. A referee is going to lose his voice at this point. Taken away by Casillo. Goes wide on Bayer. Bayer cuts her off. Bayer takes a tumble. Collision in behind of Stack. Played to the blue line in Schmidt. Taken away there by Reardon. Out on it is Macy Blooming. She plays it high off the glass. Up. Does not get to any Aurora player. Deflected in by Carpenter.
Such a weapon having a good stick as a goaltender, being able to shoot it as hard and far as you want. Really can flip zone opportunities from dump-ins all the way back to center ice.
This will be a penalty on Kidiana Schmidt, as she had the stick, I believe, of Carly Carpenter in her midsection, picked it up and threw it to the corner. Take another look. Those two kind of just colliding.
Oh. Carly Carpenter kind of sent her flying down and then allowed her to grab the stick, a little upset, being down 4-0. Gonna let it get to her, throw the stick away.
I believe the referee's gonna call both of them eventually. Carly Carpenter.
Yeah, they both got sent to the box.
Have a 4-on-4.
I love the Bulldogs in 4-on-4. They take advantage of space so well. This Aurora team really has been struggling the last couple periods.
Yeah, when you have this line of Johnson, Pomerleau, she has it right now, plays it back down to Simon. We saw Pomerleau last year play a lot of forward and defense. She's capable. Sturgeon from a sharp angle, tried to hit Johnson. Her stick got whacked out of her hands. Sturgeon uses her upper body to hold this one in, and now a break. Tegan Moffitt's away. She's one-on-one with Stack up top off the post. Dangerously close there. It's Tegan Moffitt, the defenseman, takes that rush, flips it over Stack's glove, but off the post.
A great job there by Tegan Moffitt to gain control and then just rings the post. Kiera Stack's going to have to...
Not sure what the whistle was.
I believe it went off of someone's hand. I don't know why the whistle was blown there, but it wasn't even a high stick. It did deflect.
Looked like it was off the Bulldogs' hand, but they're in their own end. So regardless, we play on. Emma Simon way out here. Bulldogs little 3-on-2 development. Sturgeon with it. As Johnson going back door, Sturgeon tries to throw it that way. Just off the skate of Kennedy Lewis. Johnson's taken down. Now here come the Spartans 4 wide. Kara Cook plays it across to Schmidt. She shoots. Blocked away by Stack.
Most action Stack's seen all game.
She shoots again and makes another big save. Puck is loose there for a second. Samira Schmidt tried to get a stick on it. Kara Stack coming up tall once again.
That's another thing this Adrian team does so well. Kara Stack and the defenseman in front of her. Just any puck that comes off of her, she's on top of, and she has a sea of bodies around her, making sure that no Spartan is there to possibly tap it in.
56 seconds left in 4-on-4 action. Parker Bear spins, gets that one up. Taken by Alex Johnson. Now the puck is alleviated. Peyton Dykstra with it. Courtney Ben and Maddie Lowe out here for the Bulldogs. Now taken by the lone goal scorer on the air for Aurora. Emiliano Castillo plays it down. Courtney Ben plays it up the middle. Dykstra picks a pocket. Puck deflected on its way back to the line. That was blocked away by Courtney Ben to the corner. Another big save, though, from Kiera Stack. Parker Bayer just flips that one out. Off the skate of Dykstra, it will be offside. Bulldogs with a chance to regroup.
Yeah, Kiera Stack just looks unfazed over there. Any puck that's thrown at her right now.
Schmidt actually comes away with that. The teams now are back 5-on-5 full strength. Nice little zone time here for Aurora. It's taken by Maddie Lowe. Out of the box, Carpenter's flying. Has Courtney Ben with her. Ben now has it. Nice move. Courtney Ben tries to go short side. Just goes high over the net. Maddie Lowe tracks that one down. She shoots from a tough angle. Sticked away by Blooming. Lacola plays it out front. Dykstra with it now. Nice step up there from Claire Castle. Puck goes in behind Kiera Stack. He's played the far wall. Allie Hubenschmidt. She makes a nice move. Another nice move, and she's going. Allie Hubenschmidt. I believe Emma Simon was offside. And that will be called. 14:33 to go.
Yeah, give some credit to Ellie Kruger from the Spartans there. Pushed Simon off sides, kind of allowing that break from Adrian to fizzle out and end up in a face-off. But fortunately for them, Riley Johnson comes on to take it.
Johnson, a little bit of a newer line here. I believe that's Pomerleau and Markovich getting a chance up the top line. Of course, Emma Simon was just on the ice for 4-on-4. Pomerleau and Johnson. Johnson making life a misery back there for Tegan Moffitt. Now Pomerleau's battling in there. Moffitt does come away with it. Markovich. A lot of bodies. Puck does finally come loose. It's into the far corner to Hassel. Played in around Pomerleau. Klein pinches down. Klein now has it. Puck is played to the center. That will be covered up by Macy Blooming.
Yeah, this Aurora team is playing, like we said. They seem a little more free. They looked a little tense in the first period, allowing Adrian to almost walk all over them. And while Adrian is maintaining a lot of pressure, some of these chances from the point aren't getting through, and pucks aren't really kind of working their way to the center of the ice like they were in the first period.
Puck is played to the line, and Parker Bayer flips it back down deep. Pinching down is Lacola. Puck is played off the boards. Now here go the Spartans. Mazzella around Mataliano. She shoots and scores. Referee says it's in. And the Aurora bench erupts.
Yeah, I don't know there that the puck. I didn't hear that crossbar sound. So we'll see here. Drives in nicely, sticks it up. I think that went right off the crossbar. I think that's a mistake there from the referee.
We'll take another look. Really didn't look like it went in. Kira Stack is beside herself.
I'd be heated too.
That did not go in. Not a chance in heck.
You can tell by the angle that comes off the crossbar, it went kind of sharp straight down. If that comes off the back bar, it's going to get more of a straight out, and you're going to hear kind of that tingly noise that you didn't hear on that shot.
Fortunately, referees cannot see our view up here. No coaches' challenges. NCAA women's hockey. Regardless, the Spartans do get their second goal of the year on a really nice individual effort. That goes by the wayside because we didn't think the puck went in. Here the Spartans come again. Juliano Casillo plays it into Klein.
Defenseman, too, and Tegan Moffitt to get the goal on a push up the ice there.
Very impressive there as Courtney Ben with it. With a brilliant move, oh my goodness. Tries to go short side. Puck is deflected out of the way. We've seen her skill apparent a lot in this year. She's really difficult to take the puck away from.
Yeah, this Adrian team's so deep. All of them are so skilled. That's why I love them so much when they go on these 4-on-4s. Is they're individually they're so good in space and so great on the way they make moves on these defensemen.
Well, the puck is loose again. It's Ellie Kruger, and she's away. She shoots. Glove saved by Stack.
Yeah, Stack looks a little heated back there now. She's moving with a lot more speed and purpose.
Give the goal to Abby Mazzella. I'm going to be completely honest. I totally forget as the Bulldogs come away here. Emma Simon with Pomerleau. Simon plays it to Pomerleau off the skate of Alex Johnson. Going back to that goal. Now we'll keep it right here as the Bulldogs with more pressure. Riley Johnson just plays it out front, covered away, and then she throws her body around into Mazzella. They're going to give the goal to Mazzella. I completely forget who scored. As we were looking at the replay a bunch of times, we were so focused in.
I believe it was number
on if the
4.
puck crossed the goal line.
It might have been Mazzella. It was either Mazzella or Moffitt.
There's a 4 in both, so we'll take a look at that one later down the road. But goal is Mazzella for now. That's a nice save by the pad of Macy Blooming.
If you're Adrian, you've got to get back to more bodies in front of the net. It worked for you so well in the first period. Just really, you're getting the shots through, which is what you want to see, but there aren't bodies in front of the net to take advantage of it right now.
Carly Carpenter looking for her third of the evening. Afternoon, I should say, although it looks more like an evening at 4 p.m. than it should. Puck is played back to Kennedy Lewis.
Back to the point of us being geniuses. You said going into the period that maybe they play a little more free, and currently they popped in their second goal of the year, and they look a lot more free.
Yeah, they do. They actually look very good. We've seen a few odd man rushes. It's just the pressure. I mean, you're coming into nationally ranked opponent. That's going to be called for an icing. They've played at Hamline as well. They're number 12, Bulldogs number 10. They really haven't played the only home game they played, they lost 2-0 to a good Lake Forest team. But it's been a gauntlet schedule, and then of course they have number 6 in the nation, St. Norbert, up next for them. Now it'll be away again, so the schedule really doesn't get any easier. But once you're by that and you get down to Christmas time, that's when I believe, and hopefully for Manny Montgomery, this team will be firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, hopefully they have a happy holiday with the way that this first half of the season has gone for them, or first part of the season rather. Just top opponent after top opponent, then a great 5-0 Lake Forest squad, like you said. But this team's going to be battle-tested down the line here, so it should develop nicely.
Bulldogs win the draw. Puck played out in front off the skate of Hubenschmidt. Puck is played to the line. It's dumped right back in by Sturgeon. Back on it is Hubenschmidt. Her and Dykstra collide. Low with it, and a chance here. Puck side of the net. Sienna Beal trying to throw that one in front to Hubenschmidt. Glove save by Blooming.
Yeah, Blooming's been rock solid here in the second period. Let one in of the second chance effort by Riley Johnson in the first, but just a lot more taller and sturdy than we saw. Kind of a little bit of Zoe Campbell was unsure of herself back there.
Sturgeon plays it down to Simon. His top line back together. Slap shot. That goes high and wide. Richardson with it. Circling the net to Sturgeon. Over to Johnson. Not really going to ever take the puck off her stick. Plays it across to Sturgeon again. She shoots. First covered up by Blooming. So you throw the field goal posts up. Our men's football team having a career season, 8-1 going into Alma Scots. They're currently up 28-21. Alma just closed the gap, but that has MIAA championship written all over it. It's the two top teams in the MIAA along with Hope College playing for a national berth. For the first time, the Bulldogs can say that in a long time. Wish them best of luck in the final 20 minutes. Make sure to give you an update on the score as we get later into this one. Bulldogs trying to extend this lead. Now here's a chance. It's Ellie Kruger. She throws it towards the net. Riley Johnson now just flips it. Somehow deflected down by Paige Pomerleau. Klein lays it to Johnson.
Yeah, Pomerleau had a good hand on that one to stop it from going down the ice. Almost gained control. Unfortunately, a little wobbly. Unable to corral it.
Simon. And a big hit from behind there. Sienna Beal. Looks like she got up. Don't think she's injured in any way. Popped right back up. Looks like she's fine. Samira Schmidt will head off for the penalty kill. Don't just dream about college, experience it. Bulldog 101 gives future Bulldogs a full day on campus with tours, receptions, and more. Register now at www.adrian.edu/admissions/visit-campus/Bulldog 101 today. Bulldogs win the draw and come away with it. Parker Bayer plays it down to Hunter Reardon. Dykstra on top of her. Now a shot. I believe that was Maddie Lowe. Deflected away and into the netting.
That was Nina Casillo on the block. Just this Aurora team's done a great job making sure that if there are bodies in front of the net, that puck doesn't get through. If you're Adrian, maybe a little more patient. You're on the power play. You have space. This Aurora penalty kill isn't too aggressive, so just try to take your time and make sure that those shots are high percentage.
Bulldogs looking to keep this power play percentage at 100% in the series. Courtney Ben takes a shot. That whistles high and right over top of the net. Parker Bayer, she's going to walk out, throw it in front. Puck is loose for the taking, and then a nice defensive play by Aurora Williams to throw it the length of the ice. Kira Stack comes way out, lays it to Courtney Ben, who gets taken down once again into the boards on Emiliano Casillo. That puck is deflected just over top of the bench. Out of play.
Jack, you think Aurora Williams was influenced to go to Aurora University because her name is Aurora?
That's a really good, I'm not sure, but we mentioned this earlier. Aurora's in Illinois, and there's really nobody from Illinois on this team. It's mostly, really everywhere. I believe it was 24% are from Canada as well. So really a lot of diversity on this team.
And they hit 3 provinces in Saskatchewan, Ontario, and Quebec. So they come from all over.
Now here goes Pomerleau. With speed. Plays it back to Johnson. They swap places. Johnson plays it off the boards to Simon. Italiano out front. Sturgeon at the back. Plays it back down to Simon. Pressuring her is Schmidt. They take each other down. Gets played to Johnson. Back to Pomerleau. Johnson comes up high, gets the puck. She's going to take a shot, block it away, nobody out front.
Not a great high percentage shot there from Riley Johnson. Obviously you want pucks on net, but kind of that outside part of the net, you want that puck to end up more into the middle for second chance opportunities.
Sturgeon plays it, I believe, Italiano. She fell down. Now here go the Spartans again. Cook was almost home free. Now here goes Pomerleau. He's just going to take a long shot, head off for a change. Italiano spins away from Schmidt. Schmidt doing a nice job. Italiano, another nice move. She takes a shot. That one's high. That field goal would have been good once again. Penalty is over. Puck is played out, and right out of the box is Samira Schmidt. One-on-one with Richardson. Schmidt stops. A lot of people coming off the bench, plays it back to the point. Rook takes a shot. Don't think that ever got home. Riley Johnson comes up with the rebound. To Klein. Over to Richardson. Hubenschmidt walks out. Plays a nice pass. After it is Beal.
Aurora just looking to get back some of that offensive presence they had earlier, creating some more odd man rushes.
Klein shoots. The puck is deflected by Aurora Williams. Another nice defensive play. And Elise Klein with it. Plays it to her partner in Richardson.
Aurora Williams now with 2 blocks on the day. I believe that was her 3rd. She was not been credited yet.
Puck is loose to the left of Stack. Referee says it's loose. Finally comes away. Richardson. Hubenschmidt knocks it to center. Back on it is Callie Lane. Played to the red line. No further as the Bulldogs have a wholesale change. Now Carpenter's actually going to stay on. And pressure. Puck is played back to the blue line and Sturgeon. Now Carpenter will go off for a change. Courtney Ben plays it off the wall. Hunter Reardon supporting her. Maddie Lowe in the slot. Reardon comes away with it. He's played to the line, saved by Lacola. Sharp angle shot, puck is loose for Reardon. She takes a spill. Puck is played to the blue line and not out for now. It's Maddie Lowe with a nice play to keep it in. This line of number 26, 27, 28. Nice offensive shift, and that puck does just exit the zone. Sturgeon will circle back. He makes a few miss. Elizabeth Sturgeon. She's going to fake a sharp angle shot. Toe drag and backhands it on. Blooming with the save. Puck is loose. Reardon falls again. Nice individual effort, and here come the Spartans. Kara Cook with it. She cuts to the middle. She shoots. Nice defensive play by Kaylee Simon to deflect that one out of play.
Yeah, this Aurora team now coming. The Bulldogs have been all over them majority of this game, but in this second period especially, they look more comfortable. They look a lot more settled in. That could be because Macy Blooming's back there. See a lot more confidence in certain goalies. Zoe Campbell hasn't played all season. This is a young group. So really just maybe that Macy Blooming switch gave them a lot more confidence coming into the second period.
And they've outscored the Bulldogs in this period 1-0. Really the first time we're not going to sound very smart up here. We said the Bulldogs' best period was the second period. Getting outscored here.
Yeah, they flipped it on us this game. They decided to score 4 in the first and then calm down in the second.
Johnson, alley-oop pass to Emma Simon, and a nice play there from Dykstra. Pomerleau close to offside. I'm going to say they did tag, but Johnson tried to hit Simon with the alley-oop.
Now
Peyton Dykstra was having none of it.
I love being, not talking anything about the referee here, but that one was clearly offside. It wasn't very close.
Pomerleau gets pressured, taken by Peyton Dykstra. Said her name an awful lot today. Freshman defense from Oak Creek, Wisconsin. She's played heavy minutes, and she's really exceeded. Ellie Kruger gets taken to the boards. Puck is flip-flopped. Riley O'Brien steps in. Now Riley Johnson takes it. She's going to skate it out. Through center, line makes go off for a change. Johnson just chips it down deep, and she will head off as well. Puck is played to the blue line. On it is Sturgeon. Deal plays it down to Markovich. Puck is loose behind Blooming. Lowe comes up with it. Plays it, taken away by Hassel. Bulldogs take it right back. Maddie Lowe centers for Markovich just out of her reach.
All these pucks here for the Bulldogs have been just out of reach in front of the net. Yet again, Kira Stack just staying solid and smooth out there. Still probably a little heated after that goal that really wasn't a goal.
I'm sure she'll see the replay and she'll get even more frustrated. I don't know if she turned around and saw the replay. I don't know if she necessarily knows. It looked like she did not think that one in originally, but when she sees the replay, she will definitely be annoyed with her shutout streak coming to an end.
Yeah, I mean, as a referee coming from an odd angle, he wasn't on the side of the net. He didn't have a great view on whether that puck actually crossed the line. You have to be 100% certain, and there wasn't 100% certainty on whether that puck went in or not. So just kind of an interesting call there on giving Aurora maybe a little bit of more momentum in the second period.
I'm not sure how you call that goal, especially if it just ricochets right out. Looked pretty clear on our replay view.
Yeah, he's coming from the top of the circle making that call. He's nowhere near the line.
Kaylee Simon plays to Italiano. She gloves it down, gets poked off her stick. Comes back, and now here come the Spartans. Laid out by Casillo. He's got a lot of speed. Kaylee Simon angles her to the boards, kicks it to the line, and referee says no. Now Carly Carpenter is away with Italiano. Carpenter looking for the hat trick. Drops to Italiano. She shoots! A nice save. Don't think she knew where it was in Blooming. Puck might have got behind her. She makes another big save for the Spartan team.
As she's lost it, now it's just in the middle. I think it's all popped out of her pad there. A great speed here from both of them, taking on an even rush here. And the shot from Italiano almost sneaks by Blooming, but great job for her to stay calm and composed, freeze the puck.
Off the draw, Courtney Ben plays it to Annalise Klein. Lays it down to Lowe. Lowe getting pressured by Schmidt. Reardon comes in to help. Lays it to Ben. Reardon comes away with it, throws it right across the blue paint. It's played in behind the net. Courtney Ben with it. Referee in the middle of the action. Lays it back to the line and Klein. Back to Ben. Flips one down too low off her stake. To the line. Almost an on-man break for Kruger.
Yeah, Kruger gets a little more stick on that puck, and she's gone with nobody around her.
Dykstra. Nice outlet pass. There, chipped by Klein. After it is Kruger. She gets taken down. Minute and 15 seconds to go. Referee does blow the whistle. There's an Aurora player lying down on the puck. Face-off will be to the right of Kira Stack.
I believe she was bodied onto that puck, but there were two of them down there. Couldn't really see where it was. Really both teams right now going back and forth. Aurora the only goal this period, but the Bulldogs still dominating. They have plenty of chances, just really nothing to show for it.
Now taken by Simon. She gets it poked off her stick by Williams. Tried to play it out front. DeDobler, fresh on the ice, taken away. Thrown to the net pad, saved by Stack. Kaylee Simon plays it off the boards. Pomerleau tried to chip it by. Back to Kaylee Simon. She fires one off the glass with authority. Pomerleau almost wins the race, showing off her speed. Bulldogs will get charged for an icing.
Yeah, this is a key face-off draw here for Aurora in Adrian's end. You try to get back into this game. I was about to say it after the first intermission. You want to take it piece by piece, get a goal when you can, but kind of 2 goals per period really split this up nicely and possibly force overtime.
Bulldogs come away with it. Stretch pass just out of the reach of Pomerleau. Official does wave off the icing. Played to the line, shot by Simon, covered up by Blooming.
I will say Blooming does look like the stronger goalie in net after we did see Zoe Campbell get the start. She looked a little bit off. A lot of pucks came off of her, not a lot of control. Kind of pucks that should have been frozen easily slipped away from her. Macy Blooming doesn't let any of that happen. Everything is solid and really swift.
Italiano tried to go straight forward with that one. 15 seconds to go. Scramble for it. Comes away with it. Carpenter. Well, here goes Casillo, last 10 seconds. Richardson angles her off perfectly. Takes it away. Italiano in her feet, 2 seconds to go. Played to the boards, and that will end the period. I think the Bulldogs played pretty well, but Aurora does come away with the only goal.
Yeah, I believe we were between Abby Mazzella or Tegan Moffitt who got that goal. There was a 4 on the jersey.
Yeah, they did credit the goal to Abby Mazzella. Again, if we have that replay, we will get it up for you in a second. But Aurora, the official score said Bulldogs with 4 shots. That I don't believe that's right. We will take another look at this fourth goal for the third time. It does look like it is number 14, so they did get that right. It is Abby Mazzella. Looks like that puck just goes right off the red.
And the
Kira Stack looks at the official like, what?
And the official's not even in the picture when the puck is shot. And so he kind of comes around late showing goal. So you're a little bit confused there. You want to make sure you're 100%. That puck did cross the line, and that was not even near 100%. If it rattled right off the crossbar. Really took a second before the players realized that he even called goal. Then they started going crazy, obviously, for their second goal of the season. But maybe that's the momentum that Aurora needs, because they now need to score more goals than they have all year to tie this one up.
Yeah, there's obviously that back bar in behind in the net where sometimes pucks shoot off that and come right out, but you can clearly see the puck never go in, and it came off. We saw it hit the crossbar, come straight down. Regardless, Bulldogs do hold on to that 4-1 lead. But yeah, like you were saying, Aurora with a good period of hockey. They did get the only goal, but they also had some zone time. They did take a few penalties, which allowed the Bulldogs to sort of just weather the storm there for a second. But a really nice, a few, like Peyton Dykstra on the back end has played a lot, and she's played it well. You mentioned earlier, Callie Lane, the extra skater, she's played a lot. She looks pretty good as well. And then obviously the goal scorer, Abby Mazzella. Most of these girls that I'm naming are freshmen. So this team, young, like the Bulldogs, a lot of room to grow, but it's a good start as they head into sort of the easier conference opponents games, and coming out with three nationally ranked teams and another team that's undefeated is a really tough way to start.
Yeah, I know if you're Mandy Montgomery, you have to take that almost as this is your second year as a head coach. You almost have to take it as a learning curve. Develop your freshmen. Your first real recruiting class being hired in June before your first season. You don't have time to go out there and get many players, so you're playing with a roster that you didn't recruit. Now, this is your first year being able to kind of put together an entire class, and a lot of these players that we're naming are people that came in this year. So for Mandy Montgomery, you take it as we've played a lot of battle-tested teams, a lot of ranked teams. So when you get in this later half of the year, some of these freshmen might get more and more comfortable, able to maybe flip this thing around as the years progress. You're not looking this year. You started 0-5, and unless you pop in 4 goals here, you're looking at 0-6. So kind of just take as much as you can out of this year and develop for next year.
Yeah, and you also have Macy Blooming in net, who's been phenomenal, and she's a freshman as well. A lot of room to grow. Take a short break, but before we do, the Bulldogs of Adrian College in football have now taken a 13-point lead with 12 minutes left in MIAA conference play. Really, the winner of that has a share of the MIAA play. I believe if Alma wins, they are just home free, but if the Bulldogs win, there's a sort of too much movement at the top. A lot of teams with the same record. We won't get into the details. We'll take a break. Third period action of women's hockey next on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1 to 15 faculty to student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
And we are back here on ACTV Women's Hockey. Bulldogs 4, Spartans 1. As we head to this third period of action, where the Spartans look to get something going on offense. They did get their second goal of the year by Abby Mazzella, the freshman, down the left wing off the back barn in, supposedly. So we are watching kind of Adrian football over here. I believe we just got sacked on 4th and 6. There's 7 minutes to go. Alma has the ball at midfield. Adrian 34, Alma 28. Make sure to keep you updated throughout that. We're back to the real hockey game. There's Aurora's already on the bench. Bulldogs taking their time, but I'm sure Kiera Stack isn't too thrilled. I'm sure she saw a replay in the locker room, but see if the Bulldogs can regroup and salt this one away and improve to 4-2.
Yeah, I mean, they did a little flip-flop on us with the first and second period that we've seen the entire season. They've been a really hot second period team with 10 of their 15 goals coming in to this game being in the second period. But, you know, now they flipped it. They went 4 goals in the first, none in the second. Aurora able to outscore them 1-0, won that second period. But, they're going to have to score more goals than they have the entire year in order to tie this one up. And Adrian's really dominated this entire game as this nice blaring horn goes off in the background. But they've dominated this entire game. A lot of the shots from the point, a lot of pucks in front of the net that, Macy Blooming has corralled well since she's been subbed in here. But they kind of have to go back to what they were doing when Zoe Campbell was in net, get bodies in front, tips, screens, and, battle on those second chance opportunities and try to pop a couple past here to seal away and give Aurora zero hope.
Coach Chad Davis not letting up one bit. He's got the number one line, number one D pair on, and we are set. Aurora counters with their top line and third D pair. Puck is chipped. Riley Johnson's back on it. Quick spin move. Cross ice to Pomerleau. He takes a shot from the red line. Puck is played behind to Moffitt. Up to Sturgeon, she keeps it in. Takes a slap shot, 25 seconds in, covered by Macy Blooming.
Yeah, another strong start to the period for the Bulldogs, just like they've been doing all game, jumping on Aurora right away and just giving the Spartans no space. Pressuring immediately, getting another offensive zone faceoff.
Faceoff is one back, taken by Kilana Schmidt. Pressuring her is Hunter Reardon. They both fall. Maddie Lowe comes in, plays it back to Elizabeth Sturgeon. Deflects away from her. Throws it up the middle of the ice off her stick. She does recover. Now Sophia Lacola plays it back to the point. Schmidt throws it towards the net, just wide. Off the boards by Sturgeon. Now here come the Bulldogs. Maddie Lowe and Courtney Ben is offside, but referee, again, not in position to make the call. Off the shin pads.
Now the second offside that he's missed that's been blaringly obvious. But, continue to take it if you're the Bulldogs. Aurora still kind of getting back their pressure that they maintained a little bit in that second period.
He's played back to Klein. Klein and Casillo collide. They both fall. Courtney Ben now with it. She's going to take it herself. Gets poke checked right out in front. I think Briley capped that a little bit more time than she thought. Just played back to the line. Taken shot by Rook. Deflected and blocked away by Lowe. Lowe to Ben. Ben dumps it in. And that line goes off for a change. Here comes the top line for the Bulldogs once again.
We see Chad Davis kind of reverting back to what we saw the first 5 games of the year, just constantly playing this Simon Johnson Pomerleau line. It's been so successful for him this year.
Pomerleau intercepts that pass. Chips it off the boards, caught by Johnson. Referee does call this one offside. 17:51 to go in the third period.
Yeah, if you're Aurora, and honestly, this both teams here, you got to watch for the Bulldogs, their defensive mindfulness when it comes to corralling some of these pucks, and then Aurora's ability to jump on them. They kind of created a lot of odd man rushes in that second period. They gave them their opportunities. So if you're the Bulldogs, you really got to tighten up on defense here and make sure there are no easy mistakes.
Parker Bayer goes for a skate and hits Ali Hubenschmidt in stride. Hubenschmidt is bodied by Moffitt. Those two fall to the ground. Moffitt still comes up with it. Passes it across. Puck is played off the glass. Over to Kaylee Simon. Simon hits Carpenter, tips it in. After it, and out comes Blooming. Sort of a should I go, should I not? Mataliano was the first one in there. Parker Bayer lays it out to the red line. Aaron Castle. Castle plays it up the boards and out.
Yeah, if you're Aurora here, you really want to maintain a lot of pressure on this Adrian defense.
Riley Johnson spins away from Moffitt. Plays it back to the line. Shot through traffic. Puck is loose. Pomerleau had a chance at it. Covered by Macy Blooming.
A great tip there, and Macy Blooming just staying strong in front of the net. Able to corral it here. As we look, Adrian just dominated that second period with 24, or sorry, we're in the total game now with 24 accredited shots for the Bulldogs and then 9 for Aurora here.
Pomerleau has it now. Plays it to Simon, taken away by Hassel. Puck played to the blue line, kept in by Lacola. Castle whiffs on it, but it does make its way into the corner. On it is Simon. Johnson goes off for a change. Simon throws it out front. Blooming had to be ready. Played to center ice. Taken away by Williams. She dumps it and she goes off. Lacola with it. Plays it to Simon. Nice touch pass in the middle. Maddie Lowe's away. Maddie Lowe one-on-one with Kennedy Lewis. Lowe makes a miss. It's tripped up, skate on skate. Bulldogs will head to the first power play of the third period.
That's a great job there by Maddie Lowe. Kind of coming in one-on-one. She might have had more space to the outside than she thought. She had speed. I believe she was going to be able to whip right around Kennedy Lewis, but makes the move and kind of gets her stick caught in the skates of Maddie Lowe and able to draw the penalty on a great offensive rush is Adrian.
Yeah, Lowe 5'9", Kennedy Lewis 5'1", a little bit of a height difference there. And Maddie Lowe made a nice move, did draw a penalty. She will stay out here for the power play. Courtney Benn takes a shot right away. Markovich was there, tried to deflect it down. Blooming caught that one with ease.
Yeah, on that power play there, you'd like to see almost Reardon settle a bit more into the middle of that net, take away Blooming's eyes, and then Lowe go for the tip. But
faceoff is taken by Samira Schmidt, plays it around off the glass. Bayer keeps it in. Has Ben in the middle, gives it to her. Ben fakes the shot nicely. Ben takes a shot. Puck is loose in the crease, and it's in, tapped in. Hunter Reardon gets the 5th Bulldogs goal of the afternoon on a power play marker.
Yeah, yet again, their 5th goal of the game coming the way every other one has come. Second chance opportunities in front of the net, getting bodies there. A great shot from Courtney Benn that ends up sneaking through, and then Macy Blooming unable to control her rebound, and then a slew of Adrian Bulldogs are there to tap it home.
Bulldogs special teams once again becoming a factor. Carly Carpenter gets kicked out of the faceoff. Puck is played to Tegan Moffitt. Klein plays it off the boards. Italiano, she dumps it in.
It's almost a dagger in the back there for Aurora. Almost an insurmountable lead here, down 4 with only 15 minutes to play.
Schmidt keeps that one in for the time being. Klein steps up. She gets tripped up. Referees just keep the arms down. I think that's a 5-1 no call right there. Italiano takes her to the boards. Castillo comes up with it. Italiano comes away with it, plays it off the far boards. Back on it is Keelana Schmidt. Nice step up there by Richardson. Flex it in. Johnson, a nice play, gathers it, shoots just over the top of the net. A sharp angle, Pomerleau with it, plays back in behind.
Johnson had that opening in the net, just a little lower, and it probably sneaks by Blooming.
Beal comes on. Beal gets an opportunity with this top line. Johnson and Pomerleau. Puck is played to the center, taken away. Schmidt plays it towards the net. Kruger was there, sicked away by Stack. A chance off the glass. Lacola, that will come all the way back down for an icing. 14:01 to go in the third period.
That great control there by Stack to kind of stick that one to the corner, kind of keep this clock flowing, as well as not allow any Aurora forward to get a stick on it.
Give you another update on the football game. Alma's taken a 1-point lead. Bulldogs have the ball at Alma's 40-yard line with 4 minutes to play. Could very well come down to a field goal attempt by one of my former baseball teammates, Jack Boyke, the kicker there for the Bulldogs. This puck is kept in. Cross to Beal. Sienna Beal plays it, reverses it to Sturgeon. Sturgeon plays it up the center, trying to hit Pomerleau. Intercept there by Kennedy Lewis. Taken right back. Lacola battling with it. He's played now to Johnson. Johnson alone, toe drags around one defender, shoots and blockered away by Macy Blooming.
You know, Blooming just does a great job at coming out to every shot, cutting away all angles, and really just making sure that if that puck does go in, it's going to be a second or third chance effort.
Yeah, she was impressive even last night. Bulldogs heavily outshot as low with a chance. Sharp angle, she takes a shot, blocked away to the corner. Goal scorer Mazzella got that one. That puck is played 4 and offside, 13 minutes exactly to go in the third period.
Yeah, I'm not too happy with Adrian right now. We tried to talk about how that second period was going to be so big for them, and now, you know, they score a goal in the third, they score 4 in the first, and that second period is their lone period without any points up on the board.
It's a 1-1 game taken away from the first period. Obviously, you can't take away 20 minutes of a 60-minute game. Here's a chance for Reardon in the slot, trying to get her second. Nice save by Blooming once again. Yeah, the Bulldogs really good first period. Can't really complain about that one. 4 goals in the latter half. Second period, that didn't play horribly. Aurora did get that 1 goal. And then obviously Reardon on the power play in the third, but Aurora's played a lot better in these final 2 frames.
Yeah, I think it goes back to putting Blooming in the net. I think she's really their backstop for them. She's been great this entire season. I think that kind of gave them a little more momentum in the latter half of the game.
Delayed offside. Puck is played. Richardson now plays it off the boards to Carpenter. Taken away by Kara Cook. Cross ice to Hubenschmidt. It's her in stride. She makes one miss. Hubenschmidt plays it nicely to Metaliano. She across the net and scores. Didn't think she'd have the angle, but she pots it in. The Bulldogs' 6th goal of the afternoon.
Yeah, great play there from the Bulldogs. Just Hubenschmidt able to slide it right across to Ava Metaliano after making a great move at the blue line. 3 defenders on her, saw a streaking Metaliano, and then just great patience there from Ava Metaliano to wait for Blooming to drop down. Wasn't able to get a slide across and just snuck it right past her.
Yeah, great pass by Hubenschmidt there. We'll take a short break as Aurora has called timeout. Be back in 30 seconds for the remainder of the third period. Women's hockey on ACTV.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
And we are back here on ACTV. Bulldogs 6, Spartans 1. 12-12 to play in the third period.
Mandy Montgomery going to a timeout here, kind of settle her team down now 6-1. This is a great coach team, I will say. A lot of the thoughts, a lot of the movements they try to make are all very well or intended to be great. But unfortunately, Adrian's just a step faster. This Aurora team really hasn't been able to do a lot of what they want to do. They're just getting stuffed by this Adrian squad.
Beal gets dumped there by Aurora Williams.
Still really interested if that name helped in the recruiting process. She's a senior, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we have any Adrians here at Adrian College. I believe we do. My director, Tate Wise, is nodding his head. Claire Castle takes a shot. That puck is deflected. Once again, Bulldogs getting sticks on everything. Played back to the line. Castle shoots again. That one deflected off the stick of Aurora Williams to the corner. Well, here comes Emiliano Casillo. Speeds to right in. Her and Castle crash hard into the boards. That puck is played off the boards. Will trickle down, not enough for icing. So hit that 11-minute mark in the third period.
Yeah, Aurora Williams now credited with 3 blocked shots. I don't know if it's 100% updated yet. She might end up with 4. Just great job by this Aurora team blocking off a lot of shots in this game.
It's played to the line. Sturgeon plays it back in. On it is Courtney Ben. She walks out, shoots, stick save by Blooming. Puck does come right back out, played back to the line. Sturgeon. I don't believe she got that one through. O'Brien got in front of that. Casillo is away. 1-on-2. Nicola steps up. Casillo chips it around her. Throws it towards the net, just wide. Now Markovich with it, plays to Lowe.
A lot of these odd man rushes for Aurora, they've been kind of one on two, 2-on-2. Not a lot of people coming up when they do get those chances up the ice moving. So I think if you're Aurora, just try to all be moving up the ice in one kind of organized fashion.
Kruger with it. Behind the net. Richardson does come away with it, plays it to the boards, hits it herself. Markovich takes down an Aurora player. Fans voicing their displeasure with the referee, saying, and I quote, "That's soft." As Markovich will sit, Bulldogs will head to the penalty kill.
Yeah, they've been a little bit inconsistent, though, on their calls, especially when the body's been taken today.
Just a reminder, ACTV broadcasts are fully student-ran. I've got Josiah Durrell, executive producer of the broadcast, my director, Tate Wise, myself, Jack Whitehead, my color man, Michael Schubeck, Remington Gilniak on the top cam. Who am I missing here? Akeelia Graham on an action cam, and then Keegan Wade on the other action cam. Students call the shots around here, literally. He's played out. Lowe hits Reardon. He deflects it in. Lowe goes off for a change. Reardon 1-on-4. Spins away, and she's got it. Plays it to Pomerleau, just coming off the bench. Now Pomerleau, she's 1-on-4. She's going to reverse it down and actually comes away with it once again. Pomerleau still battling down there. It's a heck of a job on the penalty kill. Spartans do finally come away with it. Kruger gets checked at the line. And that is slapped the length of the ice by Sturgeon.
Reardon attempted to lay the body a little bit on Melina Kane, the 6-foot senior out of Ontario, but unfortunately she went flying the other way.
On it is Tegan Moffett. Pomerleau gets it to the line, not out. Moffett back on it. Hassel with it. Lays it across, shot coming through, gloved away by Kiera Stack.
Yeah, Kiera Stack's been great all year. If she sees it, it's not going to go past. It's not going to get past her, especially here at Arrington Ice Arena. She's just been fantastic. Only 1 goal in now 4 games. Hopefully to keep that. Unfortunately, her shutout streak does not extend.
Well, the puck is played back to the blue line. Across. Now Hassel with it. She's all day. Plays it back to the line. Shot taken. Deflected just wide. Hassel from a sharp angle. Could not hit the net.
She almost tried to go up the back of Stack there.
Rook plays it down to the corner. Hits Schmidt. Back to Rook. Back to Schmidt. Across to Moffett. Hassel now walks out. Back to Rook. Nice passing here. Shot comes through. Blockered away by Stack.
Yeah, great job there by this Adrian team. The way their penalty kill works is so beautiful to watch. They push all of these players out from the middle, allowing Kiera Stack to see a lot of the shots that come at her. So just, again, great job by this Chad Davis ran power play, or penalty kill, sorry.
Klein with it. Plays it across to Ben. Has Markovich. Hits her in stride. Markovich is in. She takes a shot. Just goes wide. Richardson pinches down.
I don't know if Macy Blooming knew the angle she took. Almost allowed the entire left side of the net open.
Johnson gets taken down. Puck is played back to Richardson at the line. Goes wide. Johnson back on it. Plays it back to the line at Ben. Off the mask of Johnson. Out to neutral ice. Richardson now in her own end with it. Nice play there as Johnson just lost it for a second. Patty Lowe, it's the late man in Castle. She shoots, deflected away. Puck is loose. Nobody's covering the net. Puck is still loose. Referee does blow it, but another nice deflection by the Bulldogs.
That's just something Adrian's done so well in this game. Their ability to get in front of the net and tip pucks. You know, a shot really that Macy Blooming was out and ready for. As this puck comes over to Castle, who gets another great shot, and it's tipped over by Courtney Ben. Unfortunately, no one was home to kind of tap that one in, but it's another great opportunity for Adrian in front of this net.
Courtney Ben now in behind Blooming, spins and passes it in front. Castle shoots. Tip there. Johnson with a chance at it in the slot. Taken away by Aurora. Nice step up there by Lacola. She's got speed. It's a poked away by Mazzella. Now Courtney Ben, a few nice moves. Another one. She's in tight. Backs to the forehand. It has to be in the net. And they do say it's a goal. And Courtney Ben, a fabulous goal. Makes it 7-1 Bulldogs.
Wow. Courtney Ben, with such patience there to be able to wait out Macy Blooming. Just move after move, then again, just great patience. Blooming read it, but wasn't able to move fast enough. And Courtney Ben with a great goal to send this Adrian squad up 6.
Bulldogs offensive explosion.
You know,
tops their most in a game. The previous was 6-0 against Marion. Now up to 7 goals.
You know, if they score and make this 4 and make it 4 in this period, you know, I'll look a little silly after, you know, I went their second period and they're going to go 4 in the first, 0 in the second, 4 in the third. But either way, just an offensive explosion, as you said.
Blooming having a little difficulties with their skates and pads. She's ready to go, though.
If you're Mandy Montgomery, I really don't know what you do in this goalie situation. You have Zoe Campbell, who's really great moving side to side, just unable to corral some of the easier shots. Then Macy Blooming, who's able to corral some of the easier shots and kind of make good saves, isn't able to move as quick as Zoe Campbell can.
You got to combine them. Make one great goaltender.
Use them together.
There you go. This shot comes through. Parker Bayer does not allow that one to get through.
Maybe we'll see Callie McInnes next game.
Another freshman. Yeah, traveling to number 6 St. Norbert, not an easy task there.
Oh, I don't think they're gonna start their freshman for her first game of her career against the number 6 team in the country.
That'd be pretty
rude. Desperation times.
Puck is played to the blue line. Mataliano slips and falls. Looks to be a little bit shaken up. Puck is played right in front of the Bulldog bench, off the wall. So at that 5-minute mark, Simon to take it away. Casillo shoots it out front, showing a little bit of frustration. Nobody was there. The entire team was on a line change. Played nicely into the center.
It's another opportunity where they had a player down there with a great opportunity, but no one else was in the zone to help support them.
Sally Hubenschmidt will sit for tripping.
You know, this penalty kill for Adrian, I wouldn't be surprised here if we saw a shorthanded goal. They've been aggressive all year, and especially in this game. We've almost seen them control penalty kills like they're playing 5-on-5. So we'll hopefully maybe here we get a shorthanded opportunity.
Face-off is won. Back to the line in Schmidt. Spins away from Carpenter. See if Carpenter can get a shorty, get her third and a hat trick there. Referee in the way. That puck is played to center ice.
I don't have my hat on me if she does score, though. That'd be an issue.
Bulldogs are going to be shorthanded 5-on-3. This Aurora team should just give the Bulldogs the puck. Not really sure where this penalty came about, but Lacola, I just saw her nod her head like she was in agreement with it. I believe the call is going to be roughing.
Okay, now I don't feel so confident about my shorthanded goal statement. Now they're back on 5-on-3 here, but I don't know, I'm pretty confident they'll kill this off the way their penalty kill plays. Just so great. They have to condense a little more on this 5-on-3 and kind of take away the middle of the ice as much as they can, but just a two-man advantage is really hard to get a shorthanded goal on.
Bulldogs will go with Parker Bayer, Kaylee Simon, and Paige Palmerlew. Palmer takes the draw, loses it. 5-on-3 for a long time. Shot from the blue line. I think they're going to want a better shot than that.
Yeah, don't know why they're not taking more space down low.
Got to condense this penalty kill. Pomerleau with a nice stick, plays it back to the line. Tegan Moffitt lays it down to Hassel. She passes it. Back door, big shot. Nice save by Kiera Stack.
A great save by Kiera Stack, but Schmidt almost took a little too long there. Let Kiera get over and easily make that save.
Rook shoots one long and wide. Hassel, and I believe Kaylee Simon ran into Stack. Stack doesn't have a stick for the time being. It's really 5-on-3, and I mean the goalie's kind of a half. No stick there. Bulldogs do not have the odds in their favor. Shot by Rook again. Stack smothers that one up with her glove. She makes saves. I believe that would be 13 and 14 of the afternoon.
Yeah, hasn't seen the puck too often, but they've all been pretty great chances. Probably half of them. We had that first period where they had back-to-back rebounds in front of the net. So she's played a great game, made a couple of grade A saves.
Face off is one back. Surprised we're not seeing Johnson here. She could just win the draw and get it out as Sturgeon blocked that one with her hand. Looks to be in a little bit of discomfort. Puck laid back to the line. Schmidt with it. 30 seconds to go in the first power play. Now a shot taken. Stack saw that one all the way, and she will cover it up. 25 seconds to go in the Hubenschmidt tripping minor.
Yeah, just weird for this Aurora power play. They're taking low percentage shots on a 5-on-3. You almost like to see them work it more down low towards Kiera Stack and then back towards the middle, but just kind of confused on why these not really great shots are coming from.
Cook has a lot of room. She walks right in. Shot I don't think ever got there. Scramble in front of the net. Shot, big save by Stack. Puck is still loose. Kiera Stack putting on a show.
And that's why she started every single game, and she's had a 3-game shutout streak. I'd almost put 4 after the goal that went in today. But just save after save. A shot that somehow gets through. She's able to corral it and then freeze it to kind of give this Adrian penalty kill some rest. But it's been Kiera Stack all night long, just making save after save.
Kara Cook had about the whole right side of the ice by herself over there. She walked right in, but yeah, Stack another big save. This one is played by Simon all the way out. That is one penalty killed off. 20 seconds to go in the second.
Yeah, this penalty kill just has been a threat all season long. Now Aurora, they're taking them down on a 5-on-3 and about to kill off a 5-on-4 as well. So just for Chad Davis, great things to see out of this penalty kill.
Yeah, that'll be 23 for 24 on the penalty kill on the year, which is very good. Wish my Red Wings could do that. They're not very good at that. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this one.
I'm waiting for the Red Wings to do their normal. We lose around Christmas time. And once you work into that March, they give you some hope, win a bunch of games, and then they fall 2 points short, sorry.
Yep. Seen that the last 2 years. Bulldogs 2 minutes away from salting this one away as that puck is shot off of a player. Courtney Ben with it. She's just going to dump it in behind the net. Back on it is Johnson. Gives it away to Lowe. See if we're going to see one last shift of Carly Carpenter looking for the hat trick. Wonder if Coach Davis even knows that. Trying to see if they stood up. Not quite sure. Regardless, 1.5 minutes left. Samira Schmidt, I believe she just fell along the boards. Courtney Penn has her stick caught up. Now on it is Malo. Maddie Lowe takes a shot. Nice blocker save. Rebound comes to Ben. She shoots. Glove save by Blooming.
There she is. Carly Carpenter.
Carpenter does hop over the bench. She's going to be paired with Dee Dobler, and I believe that is Sienna Beal.
She's going to be paired with 2 freshmen here, Dee Dobler and Beal.
Carpenter wins it back to the line in Castle. Across to Lacola. Shot. Carpenter gets knocked down. She does draw a penalty. Doesn't count early as a goal, but a minute to go. Kiera Stack wasn't 100% sure if she did draw the penalty. Regardless of the Bulldogs, and I believe Coach Chad Davis is just going to play this one to a T. Carpenter does come off the ice.
Get some late game power play work in here. Carly Carpenter unfortunately will probably fall short of her hat trick, but nonetheless a great day for her. Bulldogs looking to, again, go after their first 2 games where they lost to Augsburg, have not lost since.
Moffitt with it. Plays it off the head of Reardon and out of play.
Come on, let's get some Carly Carpenter back on the ice here. I'd like to see that hat trick, their first hat trick from a player this year.
I'm sure she would like that as well. And the Bulldogs, a lot of away games coming up. Get to that in the post game. Played back to Bayer. Pass in front. Maddie Lowe with the chance. 38 seconds to go. Bulldogs looking to make it a snowman. Courtney Ben doing a dipsy doodle in front. Nice defensive play by Aurora Williams, staying with her. Ben still with it, blockered away. Now here goes Casillo, and she's just going to shoot it down the ice. 20 seconds to go. Casillo pressuring Ben now. Ben falls, plays it out front. Is taken by Schmidt. See if the Spartans have one last-ditch effort to get a second goal on the board. Puck is played to Reardon. 5 seconds to go. Bulldogs get one last opportunity.
Will it snow?
Played to Markovic. Shot pad save by Blooming. Bulldogs win 7-1. Extend that win streak to 4 games. It should be 4 straight shutouts for Kiera Stack, but regardless, she will take the 4th win of the year. A really nice, well-rounded team effort. A little bit of things to fix in the middle stages of that game, but started well, ended well. Bulldogs will go home happy.
Yeah, they did what we said they needed to do and start the game on fire with 4 goals after another brilliant timeout by Chad Davis. Just came flying in the last 15 minutes of that period, netting 4. And then second period gave Aurora a little bit of hope and then shut it right down in the third period. But, just a solid all-around team effort. Really didn't allow much on Kiera Stack, but she stood strong. A couple diving saves there in the third period, a couple diving in the first, but, should have her 4th straight shutout.
Yeah, we're going to have the 3 stars of the game. I'm looking at the stats. I'm assuming it's going to be Carly Carpenter. We'll get that 1st star. Kiera Stack probably 2nd, and Ava Metaliano with a 3-point night. I believe those 3 will be the 3 stars of the game, but I have been wrong before. Probably won't be wrong. I will be wrong many more times in the future. Bulldogs, a little bit of an advantage on the faceoff dot. 33 wins, 29 losses. Aurora actually does a pretty good job in the faceoff dot, especially number 16, Riley O'Brien, going 11-6 today. Mazzella is also 6-5 for the Bulldogs. It's obviously Riley Johnson, 13-4, and Maddie Lowe finished off 13-8.
Yeah, Riley Johnson just, again, so dominant in that face-off dot. Gives you such an advantage later on in the year in these close games as the competition kind of starts to increase. But really interested to see what this Bulldog team does on the road. They're 0-2 technically on the road against Augsburg, which is the number 2 team in the country. Now you got to go back on that road after winning 4 straight at home and just see if they can battle out a couple wins, come back maybe 1 loss in that time frame, because they've been so dominant at home all year.
Yeah, the Bulldogs will move to 4-0 at home. Upcoming, and they have Lawrence University, who comes into today 0-6 overall, 0-3 in conference play, so hopefully the Bulldogs can take care of business. And then December 5th, they will play MSOE. Right now is, I believe, 2-3 overall. They are 2-1, though, in conference play, and then they will head to Gustavus December 12th and 13th. I do not know where that is, unfortunately.
I do
not tell you that. And then they will be back home on New Year's Eve to face Trine, and then they will go on another road trip and come back January 23rd. Well, they will play the University of Duquesne, I believe. That's how you pronounce it. And then, of course, that big game against St. Norbert. Both will be here at the AIA.
Yeah, that St. Norbert game is going to be one to star on the calendar, especially being later on in the year. Both teams are going to go through all their schedules, be battle-tested by the time that game comes around. So, both teams should be ready to go and be a great game.
Yeah, we're just waiting on the 3 stars of the game. Yeah, that January schedule, obviously right now, a lot of things can change. Lake Forest is 5-0. They play them on the 16th and 17th. University of Duquesne is right here. They are the lone team who's 0-5. Then, of course, you have Concordia, who is projected preseason number 3 in the NCHA. And then, of course, St. Norbert and Shrine to end it off. third star is going to be Kiera Stack, 16 saves.
I believe you got them all right, just unfortunately not in the right order.
Right order. Boo.
You said you weren't going to be wrong. You were going to be wrong again.
Yeah, it will be Ava Mataliano.
Now, unfortunately for Kiera Stack, she should have that 4th shutout in a row. But, you know, nonetheless, still plays a great game. Kept a lot of pucks that had great opportunities to go in the net out. Just gets in front of everything so nicely. Kicks her rebounds out. Knows where they're going.
Yeah, in our books, it's a shutout.
Yeah, I'll count it as a shutout here. I mean,
if it was, that would have extended her shutout streak to a lot. It would have been, I'm not going to do math right now, but about 2 hours and 50 minutes of game play, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, to go that long without allowing a single goal, almost 0 mistakes. He really had 0 mistakes again today. Took the angle nicely. I think that's why she was so heated. She knows she took the proper angle in, gave her almost nothing to look at, and when it rang off the crossbar, she expected it to just go to the corner. Game plays on. That referee came flying out of nowhere with the goal sign.
Take a final look at some of these statistics. Block shots. Aurora does take the advantage, obviously, because Bulldogs pressuring so much. Bulldogs come away with the shot advantage, 38-17. Both teams taking 5 minors. Bulldogs 2 for 5 on the power play. Aurora 0 for 5. Bulldogs on that penalty kill, only allowing 1 goal so far in this year in 6 games. I believe they're 23 for 24.
Yeah, and then taking advantage of this Aurora Spartans 0 offense again. Yeah, they had their 1 goal, but really just unable to get anything past Kiera Stack. And we knew it was a tall order for them to come in and kind of outscore themselves like they have really not done all season long. But they were able to net their 2nd goal. Maybe that gives them a little more confidence as this season progresses. But, I mean, if you're Mandy Montgomery, you have to fix things on this offensive side of the puck. Like, nothing is going right for you. You're not able to control much of the offensive zone. Your shots are coming from low percentage areas. You really just have to buckle down and get pucks to the middle and get high percentage opportunities, which they haven't done today and really all season, with only 1 goal going in for them before coming into today.
On the bright side, the gauntlet is 75% over. They've played 2 ranked teams and another team that's undefeated. They will travel, like we've mentioned before, to St. Norbert, number 6 team in the country, to take them on. But after that, then they will start to play some lesser opponents, see if they can get their first win on the board. It's Michael Schubeck, Jack Whitehead. We're going to cut it off here. Bulldogs victorious over Aurora, 7-1. Women's hockey, you're watching on ACTV. And as always, go Bulldogs.